Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on Fighting Spirit, it's going to be Terror versus Xellos. I think it's the first time I've cast Xellos, so I looked him up on Wikipedia. Apparently, he was nicknamed Perfect Terran for his performance on Bifrost, and its many variations. Exemplary play. He went 16-4 on the map's 3 incarnations, Bifrost, Neo Bifrost, and Bifrost 3 in his career. He retired in 2011, but he's an incredible Terran player, and he's going to give Terror everything he can handle. So bottom left, we've got Terror. Bottom right, we've got Xellos. Under a Smurf name, Ewan, which is a fun one. But yeah, Xellos, great dude. Part of CJ Yentis there at the end. He also played for Air Force Ace. Actually went back to CJ Yentis towards the end of his career, played kind of 2 stints with them. And overall, just a very impressive Terran player. According to Phomos, which is here in Wikipedia, this quote, he, along with good friend, revolutionized the TVT matchup. Prior to their games in the MSL's losers bracket, TVT consisted of mainly rigid battle lines drawn by tanks and turrets. Xellos, however, began to dominate the TVT matchup by constantly mobilizing his army with only the minimum requisite defenses to keep himself alive. So somebody who helped to kind of revolutionize the TVT matchup back in the day, that's awesome. Love to see that from these players, make their mark on the game, turn it from just very rigid battle lines into ones that move, and that's what we see now in TVT. Battle lines move, people are sieging and unsieging their tanks, and they're using wraiths. And yes, they're throwing up turrets for sure. But also the battle lines are constantly drawing in current TVT. So very excited to see what he does today. He is scouting the wrong direction, unfortunately, to try to find out where our Zerg player is. And there you go. Yeah, hatch first in it. So hatch firsting it here at around 1312 supply. Then going for the pool. And then gas is going to be the next on that list on the production tab. Terry, the Overlord, scouting out. Yes, Terry, you're not scouting the right directions. You'll probably survive, which is always a nice thing. Maybe even survive the whole game if you play it safely enough. Yeah, other Overlord moving out, etc., etc. Actually, drone scouting. So does drone scout, sees the Terran, sees he doesn't have an expansion yet, didn't go for a command center first, which would be pretty nuts on a 4-player map against Terror, who's pretty aggressive with Lings at times. And actually not getting this gas yet, so not interested in Ling pressure today. Just going to get some slow Lings for a little bit of base defense, maybe dealing with Bunker getting tossed up inside his natural base, or other shenanigans with this SCV, bit of a Maynard transfer there. And a macro hatch before his extractor. This is a very, very macro-oriented build. He has a ton of mineral income, which means he can make a lot of drones fast. It's going to delay his ability to tech up, going to delay his ability to get speed and upgrade to a lair, and eventually get mutalisks and lurkers and stuff that he's going to need to win this game. So this is recognized by Xellos. He sees what's going on here. He says, okay, where's... Oh, then he's refinery blocking, taking that gas from Terror 2. That's sick. And then Lings are out, so they're going to be able to shut this down fairly quickly. But yeah, he knows what timing Terror wanted that extractor and shut it down. So there it goes. Extractor coming up. Single sunken in case some Marines decide to wander over here in smaller numbers. Right. What are these? Oh, they're hunting for that Overlord. They're looking for Terry. Okay, they don't find Terry. Good job, Terry. Stay in this dead airspace if you can. They are really looking, though, aren't they? And killing an Overlord this early is nice. It's a good feel. But I'll see if he can pull it off here. He's really hunting, isn't he? He's looking for that thing. I don't know what else he'd send 2 Marines out to look for, but that's got to be it. There is your Academy timing. Yep, that makes sense for the Terran player here at about 4 minutes. No, Terry. Terry, no. Uh-oh. They're coming around. If they swing right, you're in trouble. Okay, they're going home. They did their hunt. They couldn't find you. Now they're going home to help defend, or maybe they're going to go on the offensive. But standing out here for too long is just not going to do a lot to help Xellos win this game. Is he going to get a bunker? You know, I wouldn't, based on that late gas timing, right? Because, oh man, 100 gas immediately goes for lair. Still no metabolic boost, which we've seen definitely from time to time here in this matchup. Looks like an 8-raxer. 3 racks opener, no factory yet. Academy working on stim here, sub 5 minutes. Definitely 8 racks opener. Whether he transitions into more mech later or not, we don't know. but seems to be doing the Flash style of TVZ, where it's a lot of Marines and medics, fire bats, and science vessels, and that's pretty much what you use. If you control it well, you can take down Zergs, even if they're going for Ultralisks, even if they're going for Defilers. You just, I mean, Marines are cheap, they're very powerful. You can lose 200 of them and still win the game because you'll still have 50 left over, you know? It's like Zerglings. It's 6 Lings alive at the end of a battle is like, okay, you can handle that. But 6 Marines with full upgrades, that's still a lot of damage being output, you know? Engineering Bay coming in, going for those upgrades, and he's going to go. Yeah, we're going to go. We're going to go. These Lings without speed. Oh, just kidding. Speed's almost done. Nice. I guess he got that double gas going, so that's why the lair timing and the metabolic boost timing are fairly similar. So he catches a glimpse of this. There's 2 fire bats in the group. Love that. So 2 Sunkens, yes. You want 3 traditionally, but if you get Lings to kind of wrap around the backside to help the Sunkens out, you can make it work with only 2. Oh, do not jump on that. Do not jump on this. You need them to commit, get in range of the Sunkens, and then you attack and prevent them from retreating. Or you counterattack, and you try to deal with this group without any medevac support. Maybe get to the SCV, trying to build a 3rd. That's cool. Also, giving Terra enough time to get up that 3rd Sunken is a problem here for Xellos. Lings, look at it. Say 2 fire bats is... It's dicey, but all right, I guess. God, did not go well for Terror at all, did it? I think 2 or maybe 3 Marines died, but all the Lings got obliterated. Range upgrade coming in, +1 attack coming in for said Marines. Spire just about done. So Mutalisk production, we can make a bunch. 8, 9. 9 Mutalisks can be produced here. Plus we have the double gas rolling, so we can go all the way up to 11 to 12 to more if we want. And getting a Hydralisk then too here on 2 bases, and manage to sneak a 3rd base. Xellos, go check that 3rd base. You gotta kill this 3rd base. Getting in here is not gonna happen. You got 3 Sunkens, there's Mutalisks on the way. Go attack the 3rd. He's checking the 6 o'clock spot to see if there's a 3rd base here. There's not. Terror took that top left. Oh, he is scouting it with a single fire bat. Okay, so now you're going to go. You're kind of super out of position to threaten that 3rd base, but, you know, I think maybe he has to go for it anyway. He's just kind of sitting in the middle here. I do not like this from Xellos. He needs to commit to something here now. All right, so this fire bat's going to try to kill a drone. He's waddling up as fast as he can. And there's Lings and there's Hydralisks, and that's not good. So the Hydras need to turn into Lurkers, but that Lurker aspect upgrade is nowhere near complete. The Mutas are doing the dance. All right, they're dancing around. They're trying to kill these Marines on the edges, trying to see if they can whittle down that group quickly. Firebat, very brave, super outnumbered, does a ton of damage to a couple of the Lings, but that's about it. And the Mutas trying to... There you go, 1 Marine down. Good. Once this Hydralisk upgrade is ready to go, you got Lurkers, you can hold this a lot easier. Dude, this is bad for Xellos. Xellos, my friend. You need to threaten something. I mean, so far, you haven't... Yes, you're getting shots off on these Mutalisks, which is cool. And man, Terror's just allowed to drone up super hard right now. He's got 35 drones. There are 46 SCVs, yes. Is there a 3rd command center on the way? I don't know, but additional barracks are coming up. Like I said, we've got our starport. We're going to work on that science missile stuff. Going to irradiate some of these mutas as fast as terranly possible. Yeah, they got a Mutalisk, not losing a single Marine there. That's pretty good. Yeah, that range upgrade and that +1 with medic support and stim is pretty okay. All right, losing another Mutalisk for nothing. Marine down, Marine down, Muta down, Marine down. These are good trades for Xellos. He's doing fine. He can't do anything about this 3rd base, though. Are we even bothering? Oh, he did bother to make some Lurkers. He's just not going to bother sitting them on top of that ramp, because obviously Xellos is kind of stuck down here in an endless battle against Mutalisks. Which is not where you want to be. But, oh, Lurker Trap. Lurker Trap. No! Lurker Trap. Why, Xellos? Oh, Xellos. He did not engage well there. 4 kills, 2 kills, 2 kills. Lurkers paying for themselves pretty well already. This is where your ability to split and get a nice concave in, that matters a lot. Fighting against lurkers when you've got Marines and no siege tanks. A siege tank's on the way, and we're getting siege mode upgrades. So, it's kind of funny they're siege tanks even if they don't have the siege mode upgrade. I guess the assumption is you're going to get the upgrades, so we'll just call them siege tanks the whole time. But unsieged siege tanks is a weird, it's a weird thing. Ja Morant. Which, if you know who that is, you share a common interest with me. You like StarCraft and this other thing. Scourge coming into with the science vessels that are under production right now. Terror knows what's up. Fourth base timing about now from Terror up on that top left natural location side. Zerglings have no upgrades whatsoever. The Mutalisks. Do you have upgrades, Mutalisks? No upgrades for the Mutas. Adrenal Gland is coming in. Losing another couple mutas there. Jeez. Brutal stuff. Marines are +1 attack, which is nice. They have that range, as I mentioned previously. That's all good. It's all good in the hood. Alright, so there's 3 siege tanks here. This is good. So this is not just 8 racks Marine. This is going to be siege tank play to deal with the lurkers, which is beautiful. It always, I mean, it can be done. I'm telling you, it can be done with just 8 racks to deal with lurkers, but you kind of have to be Flash to make it work. And how many of us are Flash? And how many of these players are Flash that I cast every day? Not many of them, you know? But having siege tanks really makes it harder for the lurkers to set up anywhere. They need to be constantly aware of where the tanks are. And if they set up in a situation and they're not paying attention, then 4 tanks show up. Shell kill, what, 4 to 6 of the lurkers before they can retreat? Because they don't retreat. Because they're burrowed. This is a nice attack here. I like it. I like it quite a bit. So, oh, that was a nice lurker spine. But lurkers are dying here now. Why are you heading this way? Is there a Nidus? There is a Nidus. Okay. He's trying to get in the Nidus to defend. Yeah, friendly fire tank splash is not good in that situation. Irradiate is almost done. Ling's kind of rolling in sacrificially there. They almost got that siege tank. He's got 3 kills and 10 HP. Scourge trying to connect. Science Vessel very active. Not just going to let that Scourge fly directly into it. And I say that, and it lets the Scourge fly directly into it because, of course, it did. So Sunken's getting wrecked. Drones dying here, too. The siege tank transition and addition to this core group is genius from Xellos. I like it a lot. Could probably stand to re-siege his tanks a little closer, but, oh, man, jumping on it. Lurker's going. Dark Swarm is up. Get out of there. Run. He's inside the house. Siege tanks are firing away. Losing a siege tank to lurkers is never good. You got an Irradiate available. No, you do not, Science Vessel. Another attack up here at the 4th base, actually. Once again, Lurker Dark Swarm ready to rock. Man, I cannot believe how close that timing was. God, that timing was so good for Terror. He was about to lose his natural hatch entirely, but as a result, now everything is fine. He's defending very well. The Terran is being routed and being chased away, which is never a good thing. Xellos' tanks are trying to get some shot. There's only 1 siege tank, though. And production tab says we don't have any more of those on the way. An Ultralisk Cavern is coming in, though. Once again, Dark Swarm. Scourge, did you connect? Because the Science Vessel ran too far away, but the Marines were dying to lurkers anyway. And that's all she wrote. Goodbye, Terran group. 8 kills, 6 kills. Dark Swarm is really good against this mass Marine medic stuff. It is. His 3rd base is up. Adrenal Ling with no attack upgrades is in here. Attacks quickly, kills SCVs quickly. These Marines are not aware of what's happening. There we go. They figured it out. Well done. Just kind of Dark Swarm lurker walking across the map. I'll try to snipe that Defiler, but gets inside the safety protection of the cloud very quickly. 135 to 104 supply. It is more stuff here for the Terran, but the tech is definitely favoring Terror right now. Lurker's Dark Swarm can eat a large number of Marines without question. And it is definitely a large... Another Science Vessel down. Xellos! Xellos, I need to see some Science Vessel micro from you. You've lost 3 or 4 Science Vessels with very minimal effort from Terror here. It's not good. If you're going to win this game, I need you to be doing more. 12 o'clock coming in here from Terror, very exposed. If there was a scan from Xellos and he ran for it, he could maybe make it happen. Ling's buffering, but too many Marines there. Oh, that last hit was brutal, though. Comrades lost a lot of their friends right there. Never a good thing. Oh, this 12 o'clock might go down. There's a group here. Oh, killing Scourge as a primary. That's good. Some Lings and Ultras and Lurkers coming up to try to save the day. There's a single Mutalisk. I think, is that from the initial group of Mutalisks? I don't know, but this is enough to defend this Scallion group. Oh my gosh, the Ultras are just tearing through Marines here. Okay, so in order to extend this game, nope, don't be attacking that. Oh, they got the Defiler. Just run. Okay, so you can kill the Sunken and the Dark Swarm. Dude, killing a Defiler's... This is good. Okay, so suddenly this is kind of awesome, actually. That Defiler dies. This hatch is getting focused down. The Ultras are coming around to try to challenge this, though, but the hatch is dead. Back out. Run. Get to a position where the Ultras can't follow you. This is a brilliant position from Xellos here. Only one Ultra can attack at a time, so they're getting a lot of hits off. Also, Marines trying to go after this 12 o'clock, but Lurkers causing issues as well. 2-2 upgrades on these Marines. Looking good. These guys are doing their best back here. Another Science Vessel dies, because of course it does in this game. Xellos is not doing particularly great. They get the 12 o'clock hatch. Okay, so the 12 o'clock hatch dies. That knocks the Zerg player down. He loses the natural, too. So it knocks him down to 3 total bases to a 3 basing Xellos all of a sudden. So even if you're not being completely cost efficient and you keep losing Science Vessels as Xellos has, if you can kill Zerg bases like this, it really slows down the Zerg economy, and then suddenly you're in a better place. These poor medics are left behind enemy lines. Will anyone rescue them? Will anyone come across the entire map and save them? Because apparently Terra's not interested in killing these. I don't know why. Also, he has a drone kind of stuck on this ramp carrying a little batch of Vespine gas. Oh, big Ultra attack on the Dark Swarm, but the Irradiates are doing some work here. They're not able to... They're just hurting each other with the Irradiate. This is beautiful. Terror not microing all that well either. Back it up. Back it up. Ultra is very intelligently staying inside the Dark Swarm. These guys are still alive. I mean, how much more energy do they have? A bunch, actually. Some of them are very energized. Medics coming up for a scout? I don't know. You got more Dark Swarms on you, Defiler? Is there a Defiler in here? No, it's just Ultras. Okay, that's not good. Not great. And the Irradiates are getting some hits off here against those Lings. Siege tanks are having a pretty bad time in this game. To be a siege tank is not great. Dark Swarm wears off. Ultras have to get out of there. And it's 150 to 120 supply. This is, drop, but gets Dark Swarmed on your drop location immediately. You'll lose your drop ships immediately. And everybody dies. So Xellos' macro is great. Top right base has been established kind of by Terror, but there's Marines heading up that way too. And 12 o'clock is back. This natural base in the top left is back. So Terra's reestablishing economy quite nicely and kind of distracting Xellos by taking this base in the top right as well. So that hatch is going to die. I don't necessarily think that Terra cares all that much about it. Like, the Terran has not been able... So you can do this until Dark Swarm comes up, and there it is. The Dark Swarm has arrived. Scourge, nice. That is not actually inside Dark Swarm, and he's getting irradiated to death, and that guy's getting irradiated, and more Dark Swarm is happening. That is so many Ultralisks. Terror does love his Ultras, man. But Irradiate causing problems. He's really not doing a good job splitting this Ultralisk out. Look at him killing his... This buddy's gonna die, I think, to the Irradiate. Is he? Is he, though? He keeps... Oh, man, that was close. I mean, that dude's down to, what, 20 HP? These are knock him down with a feather Ultralisks. Trying to naked expand at the 6 o'clock here. Is Xellos. Oh, same idea from Terror. That's not going well. For anyone, I don't think anyone's going to be able to hold to that for some time. There you go. So he's doing a good job. The Dark Swarm comes up, you back out, you kill what extends past the Dark Swarm. This is beautiful stuff here. Ultra's dying pretty effectively. Okay, jamming on in here. Once again, the Lings are just not doing it. The number of science vessels is kind of nuts considering how many have been killed today. I mean, he's just been pumping those, double pumping those pretty much consistently out of these 2 starports down here. I love it. And yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 racks. So 7 racks are, I don't know. 8's also fine, I guess. No, it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Counting. I'm good at it. I am professional level at counting. 12 o'clock is defended by a single lurker, but you know, that's going to be enough. Oh, and a sunken. That's definitely enough. So this attack up to the north just establishes the bases there. 174 supply here. Free Defiler. Super free Defiler here. Scourge are just getting connections, though. Dude, if Xellos loses this game, it's going to be because he's just losing science vessels repeatedly today. Oh, yeah. I mean, Marines standing in there with Stim and +3 attack with medic support are actually not bad against Ultralisks. It's the Dark Swarm that really changes the tide here. Another drop top left, dude. Xellos. Xellos, I feel like you're kind of the underdog here based on how this game has been going, but you know what? You're fighting. I appreciate it. That's another dead Ultralisk to just Marines. Another dead Ultralisk to just Marines. Another one goes down. The Ultras are dying without really getting the value they need. Scourge are not connecting right there. Man, he's defending the 6 o'clock base with several siege tanks. I love that. And then, boom. Marines block it off. The tanks finish it off. You probably need some more Marines here to make this thing happen. And he's staging. Oh my gosh, the science vessels today. Look, if Xellos loses this game, it's just going to be because they lost 18 science vessels in the first 20 minutes, is all it is. This left side base attempted. Naked expand with drones. Very dangerous. Dude, Xellos is kind of everywhere right now, and I'm loving it. That Ultra's dead. He knows it. That Ultra's dead. He knows it. Get up that ramp. Go, Marines, go. Your pathing is pretty good because you're a small unit. And the Marines on the left side do not manage to take down the left side hatchery. But the 12 o'clock is now in trouble here as well. This is a great TVZ. I don't know if it's going to get an epic tag, but it's been very entertaining thus far. Both players kind of making mistakes, but you know what? Brood War is not about who plays perfect Brood War. It is about who makes the fewest mistakes. Can he get supply blocked here? I don't know, man. He just lost like 18 Overlords, and he's still at 200 supply. He's way over available supplied right now. Another Ultra gonna die. Yes, slowly, but he's gonna die. By that I mean he survives with 14 HP. Never mind, he's doing great. Don't ask. 160 to 130 supply, though. The advantage is intense. Dude, these science vessels. If he had like 15 science vessels here, just constantly irradiating lurkers and ultras and defilers, this would be over. I think he's played well enough, other than the fact that he keeps losing science vessels to totally win this game. Defensive matrix is up. Irradiate is kind of happening, but another science vessel dies. Another one goes down. Ah, Dark Sword pops. Get out of there, Marines. What are you microing otherwise? Just pull back. Ugh. These poor medics. Not priority targets ever, but if there's nothing else to kill, Zerg units will go after them. Holy smokes. So it's 142 to 120 supply. Terror has effectively taken the left side of the map, which is great. Dude, this drop stuff, though? This drop stuff, though, I kind of love it. And then Scourge come in, connect. There's not enough here to actually kill much. So you irradiate the Ultras, let them do splash damage to the Marines and the medics. Let them hurt each other a whole bunch, too. And actually kill this. Oh, did he pull that back? No, he did not. Oh, that was intentional micro. Nope. Science vessels fleeing. Run, science vessels. Oh my gosh, run. No, don't stop. Oh, got a hit. Wait, did you get a hit? Okay, hit that one, I guess. Weird. Ultra Ling attack at the third base of Xellos. Another great Dark Swarm. See, this is what you need to prevent happening if you're doing this strategy. Once you get a Dark Swarm up on your base, there's not a lot you could do with Marines to stop this, right? So you irradiate the Ultras as well as you can. You just let this base die, I guess, and move out and try to kill this left side stuff that Terra's been going for. He's also taken a top right base. The Scourge Apocalypse! Oh my gosh, the Science Vessel count is 3 at 25 minutes, and he's been consistently double pumping these. It's not like he's forgot. Walk through the Dark Swarm, guys. Just keep going through the Dark Swarm. Attack out here. Oh, there's another Dark Swarm. Terror always has another one. This is so brutal. This is so brutal all of a sudden for Xellos. He was doing well. I was feeling good about him. But, nah, he's got 2 Ultras chomping on his... Oh, the Lings are just the end of this guy. This whole group is dead now, thanks to the power of the Crackling with their 2 attacks and their Adrenal Gland speed upgrade. I think that's it. I think Terror's got this thing won. Yep, there's your GG. Xellos taps out. Terror's your winner here in 26 minutes. And yeah, it was just complete and almost an utter inability to defend his Science Vessels today. That was horrible. Some really, really bad Science Vessel protection. And we've seen some bad Science Vessel protection on this channel, right? Yeah, absolutely. So, end of the day, I do think Xellos wins this game if he just does a better job being aware of Scourge incoming and using Science Vessels to pull back to his Marines. That's it, man. If you can do that, and he's constantly irradiating these Ultras and irradiating Defilers and irradiating Lurkers, then all of a sudden it's so much harder for Terra to win this game because he's losing bases, and that's how you beat a Zerg like this in a macro game, is you take their hatcheries down. Terror, he loses bases, but he replaces them, and that's the sign of a good Terran, or a good everybody player, actually, Zerg, Terran, and Protoss, is you lose a base and then you reestablish. And yes, you need to do everything in your power to make sure that a Dark Swarm does not show up on top of one of your bases, and then Lings and Ultras follow up behind, because you can't do much about that at that stage with this strategy. Like, the Marines are good because they can get outside of Dark Swarms and attack in the middle of the map, but here you get outside the Dark Swarm, it doesn't do anything for you. You can't save the base, you can't save your SCVs, and then your source of income is toast. So, really good swarming style from Terra. This is what I like about Terra, is that he's one of those Zergs that's just all the time. Macro, macro, macro. Lings, Ultras, they never, ever, ever stop. And then they just never did today. They were everywhere. I'm surprised he never got that +3 attack for his Lings and Ultras, considering how heavy he was going with those. But maybe he thought he got it and he didn't. I don't know. So GG. 204,000 points from Terra, 190 from Xellos. Got outproduced, which is not actually a given with this particular style. 8 racks Terran can actually outproduce a Zerg player sometimes, if their macro is crazy good. Lost more units and produced fewer units. So there's your math right there for Xellos. Ended up raising 13 Zerg buildings and not losing. Actually, he lost a building, but Terra didn't kill one, so that's a decent ratio for him. I told you, he did some good things here, but just got outspent by a full 12,000 resources. This is also a problem. Terra he had too many bases going. I feel like Xellos could have maybe stood to expand at least once more, and we just couldn't get around to it. Understandable, man. Brood War is a hard game. It is hard to remember everything that you need to do. All right. Well, that was great. That was a fantastic TVZ from Terra, especially Xellos. Just one thing. Just keep your Science Vessels alive. I mean, he retired back in 2011, so I'm sure he doesn't care. But that was a good one anyway. All right, cool. So that is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.